We're really limping towards the bye rounds. Scored just the 2,213, moved down 240 spots, and to be honest, I kind of feel lucky because I felt like it should have been a bigger drop. It wasn't all bad though. I won a solid 205 bucks from my round 11 multi, so I'll take that. I'd obviously rather both a good Supercoach week and a multi-win, but if I had to pick between the two, I'll take the multi-win. So it wasn't all bad. Now looking at the team, there's obviously a glaring mistake, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. Defense led, compared to what we've gotten in previous weeks, this was a down game, but that's fine. Lloyd, his best score of the season, great to see. Stewart very good, Short good as well, Ridley extremely disappointing, and Jones great stuff. Murphy on the bench also got named, just the 48, but at least he's playing. Midfield, Clary backed up his 204 with a 139 against the Dogs mids. He is unbelievable. Bontempelli, new recruit, traded him in for Jordan and he produced. Very good. McRae, fantastic. Lions, his first sub-ton of the season. And here it is. I went with Walsh as captain. I took the risk. I don't know, maybe if I had Clary's 204 as captain last season, my mindset would have been different in taking Bont's score, but I don't know. My gut feel is that Walsh would have a big game, got a 161 against Sydney last year, so I thought he could be in for a big ton here, and we've seen a bunch of premiums this round get huge tons, so I don't know, I had a gut feel there. He got 33 touches, which is all well and good, but his impact just wasn't there, particularly in the second half, a lot of clangers. So in the end, it was a very disappointing result, lost 35 points there. Petrarca had a phenomenal first quarter and a half, and then he went quiet. Just has not been able to put together a full 4-quarter performance enough this season. I'll take a 105, but gee, it could have been a lot more, similar to last week. Brayshaw came back, just the 81, but he's coming back from a calf, so we move on. Was expecting a little more from RCD. I don't know how much he made. I think he made just under 30k, so that's fine, but hopefully one more good game against Essendon, and then I might trade him out around 13. And on the bench, Finn McRae got named as medical sub and officially killed his cash gen, if there was even any. The Rucks, Grundy got subbed off due to a neck injury. Hopefully everything's all good there. If he misses the Adelaide game, then that's most definitely understandable. Gawn had a rough start, but got going, got all the way to a 120. Flynn, his first poor score of the season, and that kills his cash gen pretty much. And the forward line, Zeeble was good, kicked a couple goals. Hall, traded him in a month ago at 0.2% ownership, and he has really outperformed my expectations. Fantastic pickup, and definitely one of my better trade-ins. Dusty, it would be nice if he could get to the ton, but 95's fine. Impy, no good. Poulter, hopefully he gets to 300k. Waitman 53, that's okay considering he was going up against Melbourne. Hopefully we get a bit more out of him against Freo. The bench, McCreary didn't play due to a calf injury, and Waterman, that's fine. Kicked a 4th quarter goal too to boost the score a bit. Not much to talk about in trades this week. Not going to make any upgrades, that will be for rounds 13 and 14. The only trade I see myself doing is this one right here, Scott to Bianco. There aren't many players on the bubble, I don't think. Roses from Gold Coast is the only one I can think of off the top of my head. And I don't want to trade him in, so I'll probably go early on Bianco. Of course I held Scott and traded out Jones, so I could field Poulter in the forward line. Jones was late in, and he had a huge 4th quarter, got a 78 I think it was, so just my luck that a rookie gets another great score the week I trade them out. I was also considering going Flynn to Reeves this week, just to build the bank. I know they both have the bye, but Reeves got injured his shoulder, so we'll see if he's good to go for round 13. I'll hold off doing that trade. So just Scott to Bianco leaves me with 227k in the bank. So this is how the team will look heading into round 12. Got all the round 12 bye players on the bench. Captains will go with Clary Vice against Brisbane on Friday night, and then Bont as captain. Assuming everyone gets named, we should have 21 playing. So we do have a bit of leeway if a couple of players get dropped. So in terms of getting 18, this week should be fine. Rounds 13 and 14 obviously gets a lot tougher. According to the plan that I've got going, I should have at least 18 for both rounds, but obviously team selections could easily ruin that. So I'm hoping I can get at least 16 playing for each of those rounds, because it's going to be tough for everyone. But if we can get 18 names on the park, that would be huge. In terms of upgrading during the buys, my two main targets are Lockie Whitfield and Lockie Neal. We'll see if we can get another upgrade in there, but those are the two main targets. I know I've said previously I've cooled down on Whitfield, but he just fits the trade plan so well. It's perfect timing. It looks like he's playing himself back into form. He's great value. So I think I'll be okay, even with a Whitfield not quite at 100%. Neal should be back after the bye, and he might even be a little bit of a pod for the first few weeks after Brisbane's bye. Obviously his body hasn't been at 100% at all this season, but hopefully with the extended time off, we can see him back at his best post-bye. So trading in Whitfield and Neal covers my last defender and mid, but it still leaves 2 forward spots. To be honest, I won't be surprised if I have to search the bargain bin, and I'll probably go crazy with some of the names I consider, but we'll see. One of the names I have high on the list though is Paddy Dangerfield when he comes back. I think most people will have him on their radars. I think he's aiming to get back after Geelong's bye, so hopefully we see him round 13 and we'll plan around it, because we still have to wait for him to drop in price. But yeah, that will probably do it for this video. We'll move on from this stinky Mickey Mouse week, and we'll see you guys in the next video.